Hello everyone, today we're going to take a look at the FNX Tactical. The one on the left here is chambered in 45 ACP, while the one on the right has been converted to 460 Rowland, which is ballistically equivalent to a 44 Magnum. These cartridges are the same overall length, as well as the same diameter, and while they look very similar, there is a big difference between the two. Your standard 45 ACP is traveling around 830 feet per second, while the 460 Rowland is traveling anywhere between 1300 and even 1500 feet per second, depending on the load that you have. You may have noticed that the brass on the 460 Rowland is slightly taller than the brass of the 45 ACP. Because of this, you are not able to physically chamber a 460 Rowland into an unmodified gun. You are, however, still able to cycle your regular 45 ACP through this FNX Tactical that's been converted. We'll get into that a little later. As you can probably guess, with 44 Magnum power comes 44 Magnum pressures. That means the slide of this gun is going to be moving a lot faster cycling the 460 Rowland than it would a 45 ACP out of an unconverted gun. We need to upgrade some components and do some modifications to make this stock gun able to cycle your 460 Rowland. We start by rechambering the barrel so that our 460 Rowland can be properly seated in the chamber. We also add a compensator. This not only does a great job of mitigating the felt recoil and muzzle flip, but it works against the pressures of the 460 Rowland to delay the slide from unlocking prematurely when in use. This compensator threads onto the main barrel threads and then is held in place by two set screws near the bottom here. I'll slightly back off these set screws so we can continue taking the gun apart. Removing the slide reveals our upgraded recoil spring assembly. A high-quality stainless steel guide rod running a tough 24-pound spring. This upgraded recoil spring assembly works in conjunction with our compensator to help slow the slide down and ultimately stop it from unlocking prematurely against the pressures of the 460 Rowland. Unscrewing and removing the compensator will reveal these two flat spots that we machine into the barrel threads. These flat spots allow for the compensator set screws to be secured without damaging your barrel threads. We like to polish the feed ramp and chamber of the barrel as well as the breech face of the slide. This is just an extra step we like to take to ensure reliable feeding. The recoil system and the compensator do an excellent job of mitigating slide speed, but it's still going to be moving pretty fast against those pressures. The stock double-stack magazine design can sometimes fail to load the next round into the chamber while you're using it. To prevent these feeding failures, we also upgrade the magazine spring. Here's a stock magazine spring and here is ours. You can tell that ours is much longer and made of stiffer material than the stock. To cycle your regular 45 ACP through this system, simply remove the compensator, replace our red 24-pound recoil spring assembly with your stock recoil spring assembly or our included 11-pound yellow-coated recoil spring assembly. Even though the chamber is a little too deep for standard 45 ACP, the extractor of the gun will hold it in place. And yes, the mag with the extra power spring installed will still work great to cycle your regular 45 ACP. So, if you have this, but you want this, you have three options. The first option would be buying the complete gun from us. It ships to your FFL in its 460 Rowland configuration, which also works great to cycle 45 Plus P and 45 Super. It typically comes with two magazines and all the parts that you will need to cycle your regular 45 ACP as well. The next option would be our drop-in kit for the FNX Tactical. It comes with a new converted barrel, a compensator, a 24-pound recoil spring assembly as well as an 11-pound recoil spring assembly, and your upgraded magazine spring. Just disassemble your gun, swap your parts out for ours, and you're ready to go. The third option is the owner barrel conversion. Send us your threaded barrel and your slide, and we'll do all the work. Place an order and send us this with your name and order number attached, and we will send this back. We polish your breech face, convert your barrel, and send everything back that you need to cycle 45 ACP as well as 460 Rowland. So make sure to visit 460rowland.com to get 44 Magnum power from your 45 ACP.